These are 3 ways to start saving on fuel that nobody has told you. A lot of people think that in order to save on fuel, all the work that you have to do is in the engine. I think the most important or the largest opportunities are outside the engine. Let me tell you 3 tips so you can start saving on fuel. Number 1, it's the alignment, but not only on the steering axle, but all the axles all the way to the back to the trailer. Do you think that trailer that is pulling to one of the sides is not creating rolling the system, is creating pretty much is like a parachute? If that trailer is coming out of the truck, you have a lot of restriction through the air friction that you are creating. So it's gonna make you spend more fuel. Of course, the rear axles on the truck are also related, and of course the steering axle alignment. So all 3 axles in the truck, all the axles in the trailer are very important for alignment. But also I wanted you to check the tire wear that you're having. If you have uneven tire wear all the time, you're gonna have extra fuel consumption. Why? If you don't have a balanced tire, it doesn't have the traction, it's gonna be bouncing, so you're gonna be wasting some fuel. And also, of course, the air pressure on your tires. If imagine you are trying to ride a bicycle with a flat tire, of course you're gonna spend more energy. And I've seen a lot of the drivers are not really taking care of the air pressure. If we check the pressure on your tires, if we scan the tires, a lot of times the report tells us that you are not using the proper pressure on those tires. So you have to take care of your tires because your tires are making you spend more fuel. With this one, you're gonna say, this guy is crazy. This is the tip number 2 to start saving on fuel. Check your motor mounts. If these things are damaged because they get compressed, they get cracked, they broke, if they're damaged, what they're doing, think on the engine. The engine is supposed to be in a level, in an angle, but if one of these motor mounts, let's say this rear motor mount on this KW gets damaged, this motor mount is going to change the inclination of the engine a little bit. It's going to be leaning to one side, but think on what happened with the engine that is right here. Let's say this is the engine. We have the transmission in here. They are all together. They change the inclination. You are changing the inclination of the whole driveline, okay? So the first thing is gonna suffer the carrier bearing. A lot of times we're replacing carrier bearings like crazy and we don't think what could be the problem. So imagine this is your carrier bearing, this is your drive shaft, and this thing is like this gets damaged. Of course, you are putting a restriction to this thing to turn freely because of those angles. And then the U-joints, they all get more work to do. Your rear ends, internally, they're compensating for all that change in the angle. All those changes, more gearings, turning means more energy used. So you're gonna start making your engine work harder in order to compensate that friction, that drag that you're creating internally in all your components. A lot of people think I'm crazy, I don't doubt it, but a guy that has been working for 40 years in this industry, in the drivetrain, replacing lots of transmissions, rear ends, U-joints, carrier bearings, explain us that. And actually we went once to Greyhound Motor Coaches over there in Dallas, and I remember we replaced the motor mounts in a bus. That thing was all twisted. When we started putting the motor mounts new, and it worked way better. So they noticed a better fuel consumption. Check your motor mounts. A lot of people do not check them. They're very important to save on fuel. And of course, the best way to save on fuel is not to make your engine run. Yeah, shut it off. But how you're gonna stand the heat or the cold weather while you're sleeping, while you have to wait for a load, while I don't know. So in your waiting times, in your resting times, it's very difficult, of course, to stay in this crazy Texas weather in the winter up north with your engine off to save fuel. So we need hotel services, right? So number 3 is install an APU from Go Green APU, the best one in the market. You're gonna start saving on fuel because you don't have to be idling in your truck while you're gonna still have 26,000 BTUs capacity of heating, of cooling. You're gonna have power for your devices. Actually, you're gonna connect your batteries. So in the winter time, if they start going down, it's gonna recharge them, everything while you save 70-80% of fuel instead of idling. So an APU is the best route, and I think Go Green APU is the best one. You can get it from us over here in Houston. You can get it in Pennsylvania. There are multiple locations to install it. Give us a call, send us a message. An APU is the way that the big companies are doing it. I don't know why you shouldn't do it as well. So if you want to start saving on the largest expense in your trucking activity, the fuel, you have to take care of your tires, you have to check your motor mounts, and you gotta install an APU. And parts never lie.